The genes that help someone survive long enough to reproduce are more likely to be passed down, right? Because we get DNA from our parents. So if an animal has a trait that makes it more likely to survive long enough to reproduce, then that trait is going to get passed down to its children. So you're going to see a difference in how often that trait appears in the population. That's what
So like,
evolution is.
so like, if you had to make an estimate, how many generations you think it is that
Oh,
a change occurs?
I'm not sure you understand the question that you're asking. Change occurs, very small changes occurs with literally every generation because we don't reproduce asexually.
Okay, name some things that have changed, but talking about like
Okay,
a
my
drastic
dad has
change.
brown eyes and I have blue eyes. That's a change.
That has to do with your DNA. That has nothing to do with your father.
Where do I get my DNA from?
You get it from your father, but what I'm trying to say is that's that's based on how much more DNA than you have than the other parent.
No, it's not about how much DNA you have. It's not about
Yeah.
amount of DNA. We all have roughly the same amount of DNA.
No, we don't have the same DNA. Like for example, we don't have the
That's
same
not what I
DNA.
said. I said we have roughly the same amount of DNA.
Well, some things you inherently have more than your other parent. Like for example,
Pierce, thank you.
you may look like your
Even.
mother more than your father, or your father more than your mother.
We get our DNA 50-50 from our parents.
No, I don't think that's true.
It is true. That's how sex works. I'm sorry you haven't learned that yet.
I don't think that's true. The reason being is because when you take a DNA test and say, do you have a family member, your brother, sister, or something?
No, I've never had a family member.